Yo, what up guys, I'm Sammy and welcome back to the Soul Brothers channel, and this is a video on some of the leaks on shoes that are coming out. So apparently we got some leaks of the supposed Jordan 35. So shout out to Street Boy and the basketball shoes and Sneaker Highway 23. They got all the leaks. Some of them are speculating that maybe it's the Jordan 35 and some of them are speculating that it is not. I don't know guys, I'm feeling that it might be the Jordan 35. Because of this eclipse plate and some of the pictures that I've leaked of the outsole, which we'll get into. So yeah, I mean, as far as just this regular reflective colorway, I don't know guys, the aesthetics of the shoe, the Jordan 34 definitely looks a lot better. This was one of Jordan Brand's top performing shoes, incredible performer. I wish it had a little bit more flex here in the forefoot. Now obviously there isn't because there is a very large volume zoom unit here in the forefoot, but you know, there was a pretty nice curve shape, or a very nice curve shape here in the forefoot and in the heel, so I didn't really mind it as much, and they seem to keep that as well here. But the eclipse plate got a lot bigger, so obviously they cored out the midsole. That saves a lot of weight, and the Jordan 34 is one of the lightest Jordan shoes that's basically in his entire line. Jordan's shoes are usually very heavy in like the 13, 14, 15 ounce range. So they put a stop to that curse and made it like, I believe this is just regular. Yeah, 12.42 ounces, so that's like average. Not only that, but they made the actual material super thin. So the 34 was super nice with that, but the 35, the materials look a little bit thicker. The cushioning looks a little bit thicker as well, like a little bit more bubbly. And then the eclipse plate, yeah, it comes up here on the sidewall, right? So as you guys can see here in the midfoot, it comes up and acts like a sidewall, which is a good thing, but I really didn't have any issues with lateral containment on this shoe. All you really need for lateral containment is, I guess, something here in the midfoot, or you can have a wing piece here in the forefoot and in the heel. I mean, all basketball shoes have something in the heel usually, whether it be like the foam coming up acting as a sidewall, or a TPU heel counter, whether it's, you know, an internal one or an external one. So either you have those or like something in the midfoot and you're fine, right? I mean, support is never an issue in Jordan shoes. And for the materials, I don't know guys, I don't really like the material choice that they're using if this is the Jordan 35, and aesthetically, like I said, I don't like it. There are some other colorways though. There's this one with like an orange outsole, and I kind of like what they're doing with the gradient. But yeah, that eclipse plate looks pretty damn crazy. And I feel like the eclipse plate, like, I don't think Jordan Brand would use it on like a cheaper budget shoe. You know what I'm saying? I feel like since they use it on the Jordan 34, they want to keep it the same. I feel like a lot of people liked how it looked, and they're putting it on his new signature shoe. There is a number 23 here on the heel, and if you look closely, there is a Nike Air tag on the heel as well. That's pretty sick. And then a very small Jordan logo here above the eclipse plate on this very shiny material. So also another thing that makes me think that this is the Jordan 35 is the outsole. So the outsole looks very similar to the 34. So they're using herringbone again, but the herringbone looks a little bit closer together than the Jordan 34. And if you look at the actual like pattern, you guys see these little like lines here, like these curved lines here. They moved that here into the middle of the shoe, and it says air zoom, so I'm guessing there's zoom units in the forefoot and in the heel, just like in the Jordan 34. As far as the cushioning goes, I mean, besides the zoom units, I hope they're using a softer type of foam than this. I mean, the foam was super stiff in 34, so maybe like a softer Phylon that they've been using on their like cheaper models, or maybe it's React, right? No, I highly doubt that. The pattern, it's not the React pattern, and I don't know, there's just like a lot of lines on it. Next, so here's a quick little one. Shout out to Street Boy for this and US 11. But you know, this apparently is the Ultraboost 2021, and the Ultraboost gets another redesign. So you know, when the Ultraboost first came out, they did the Ultraboost 1, or like the original one, and then the Ultraboost 2.0, 3.0, I believe there was a 4.0, I don't even remember anymore. And then there was a 2019, and then the Ultraboost 2020 version. Now this is the 2021 version, and they made the shoe very curvy. It reminds me a lot of like Nike runners, you know, like Zoom Fly. There's a lot of curve there in the heel as well as in the forefoot. The boost looks super thick, which I like. And then as far as the upper goes, it looks like they're sticking with Primeknit. and it looks a lot like the original Ultraboost Prime Knit design, where there's a lot of ventilation holes in the forefoot. And not only that, but the cage looks very similar to the original design as well. It's just like a little plastic cage that acts as eyelets as well. And then you have an external TPU heel counter that says Ultraboost on it, and it looks like it's a one booty upper. You have a very high heel tab, as well as like that tongue, which looks super stretchy. And as far as the aesthetics go, I kind of like it. I feel like they can do some really dope colorways with this. Nothing really beats the original Ultraboost aesthetic for me, but I feel like this is a pretty close second. So there is the supposed Ultraboost 2021. Also, another shoe that's been leaked is the Yeezy D Rose. And I don't think this is a basketball shoe. If this was, then that'd be very weird. Kanye West tweeted this out, so obviously it's probably legit, right? A lot of your comments were kind of funny. So is that a fossil, bro? It kind of does look like a fossil. This is a joke, right? What the f are those? Keep getting them checks, D Rose. Yeah, you right. I think those are D Rose's missing knees. That's messed up, bro. Is that like the traction? I don't think any of you guys liked it, and yeah, I don't really like it either. It looks very weird. Like, what is this shoe made out of? Is it made out of foam? Like, what is this? But yeah, none of you seem to like it. I didn't see one comment that said you liked it, so there's that. Also, another piece of news, Steph Curry is getting his own brand, similar to how Jordan Brand has his own brand, but it's owned by Nike. So Steph Curry is doing pretty much the same thing. And that's why I guess he had a logo change. I feel like his original logo looked a lot better. It was actually really cool, You can interchange the logo. Like, it was number 30, because Steph Curry's number 30, and SC for Steph Curry. So I felt like, that looked a lot better than this logo. It looks like an 8, but it's not. And I saw a breakdown of the logo. There was like, I guess there's an S and a C in there, and like the 30. But in my opinion, I feel like the old logo looked a lot better. And of course, we've seen this leak already, the Curry 8. It looks pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie, I really like how minimal it looks. It looks more like a very casual shoe. But apparently, looking from the tech specs, supposedly they made the traction like if the foam. There's no rubber on it. So the actual foam is the outsole, and they said statistically, they give you statistics that it's like 80% better than rubber, as far as the stopping power goes. So I'm super excited about that. But one thing is, foam isn't very durable. And remember, I believe it was like the original Brand Black J crossover 1 or 2, and I tried it out. It was super nice, and it was the same thing. The midsole was the outsole, but I ran through that outsole really quickly. So we'll have to see on that, but I'm very excited about it. The knit and all that looks super nice. The support looks like it's gonna be pretty good as well. You have like the synthetic overlays on the lateral side, and the foam coming up a little bit. And also, there was a video leaked by the Warriors, which was later deleted. But obviously, everyone just, makes a copy of it and posts it. So it's out. Yeah, but it was Steph Curry playing, or I guess shooting in the Curry 8, which is pretty dope. But yeah, good for Steph Curry, man. That's dope. Having your own brand and all that. And also, speaking of Under Armour, Joel Embiid's signature shoe with Under Armour has been leaked as well. The Embiid 1, I believe, is what it's going to be called. And yeah, I mean, it's not bad. I feel like it's a pretty good looking shoe. Damian Lillard kind of like dissed it. He said it looks like some Kyrie shoes or something. And I guess you're kind of right. It looks a little bit like the Kyrie too, but that's not a bad thing. Kyries are actually one of the most popular selling lines in the entire basketball world, right? So looking like a Kyrie is not a bad thing, I would say. So the defining feature of this shoe to me is that wing piece, I guess more in the midfoot, kind of slightly going into the forefoot. And in this colorway, they're doing a pretty cool gradient on it. Obviously, it's functional as well because it's acting as a lateral cage. But not only that, but this shoe looks like it's gonna be one of those shoes where many positions can play, like a center or a guard or whatever. And this shoe looks very minimal and very light. So I'm very excited to actually play in it. As far as the actual cushioning goes, it says it's micro G in the forefoot and then hover in the heel, but that's interesting because there's no netting. Hover usually has like a net over it, but in this case, it's not. But the thing is, I'm not gonna get excited anymore. I've been let down too many times from Under Armour shoes, you know what I'm saying? I've been so excited for shoes, that says, it's like double blend of hover and, like micro G or whatever. And I get it, it's like not that nice. I mean, it's nicer than Phylon. It's like kind of soft, but usually it's stiff and not as nice as I would like. So cushioning, not expecting too much, and the materials look like it's just a regular mesh. And I don't know, it looks like a very well ventilated mesh. The mesh is well spaced apart. It kind of reminds me of like, I guess like the Kyrie 2 material or like the Kyrie 3 material as well. And then we can see the outsole design as well. So yeah, I'm actually pretty excited for the Embiid ones. We're not sure on the price yet, but the release date, so the North American release date for the Embiid one is September 18th, 2020. And the global release date is October 2nd, 2020. So yeah, that about wraps it up. Of course, we had the Kyrie 7 leak as well, and we had a picture of the traction. It looks super aggressive. There was the LeBron 18 as well, so that should be coming out soon. Not only that, but the Dame 7 is coming out. We had a leak of that. There hasn't been any leaks of the Harden Volume 5 though. I'm pretty curious on that. And maybe Kobe's next shoe might release. I hope, like, cause you know, Kobe said they had the next few designs of his shoes already designed and all that. And now that he's gone, I do definitely want some Kobe shoes that he designed. And then after that, they should probably like end it because obviously Kobe's not going to be involved in the process of making it. But if he already designed it and he probably already tested it a little bit and all that, I would definitely be glad if they released it, right? You guys feel the same way as well, right? But anyways, tell us what you guys think of all the leaks that have come out. But that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.